Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. Today we're joined by...
Natasha.
Billy.
And yeah, we're in an editing suite at uni at the moment. We're just going to race through this, hopefully in one take. But, big news. What's the big news?
Budget. Get it?
Yeah, Doctor
Big
Who's budget
budget.
has
Disney.
reportedly tripled because of the Disney Plus deal.
Yeah, they say on here, this is from TV Zone, you can probably see it on screen somewhere, 100 million for the next series, which is kind of insane. Like, I do think this is going to get the public more on board, because, yeah, as a not necessarily big Doctor Who fan, is this going to incline you to watch the show?
Well, honestly, I quite like the charm of like the low budget kind of stuff, like all the special effects that kind of look bad, but it's kind of charming.
That's one of the
what
like
it's,
quintessential
known for.
Doctor Who things.
Oh yeah,
So I'd be kind of upset if it like kind of went Marvel-y.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't venture off too much into Marvel, but I do think the possibility of spin-offs and having this increased budget is going to be able to make Doctor Who compete with the big shows like Game of Thrones and
especially
stuff.
since on Disney Plus it's going to be shown in America more widely now. But yeah, Doctor Who going more Marvel-y in the Flux season was just a Marvel show gone wrong.
I mean, I thought that's the thing with Flux, that it was ruined because of COVID,
but
which makes it difficult.
6 hour-long episodes is typical Marvel currently.
Yeah, it is. And I do think as well, it's going to draw in more investment. And also, this article talks about the possibilities of spin-offs as well, which could be a very, very cool way. The only thing is that I do agree with Natasha in the sense of we don't want to overcrowd Doctor Who with Marvel, because Marvel, in my opinion at least at the moment, most of what they put out is mid. It's mid-tier
very similar stuff, and you don't really want Doctor Who to...
Yeah.
I mean, it's been going for a long time anyway, but there isn't really a cinematic universe.
The golden era of Doctor Who was when Sarah Jane, Torchwood, Doctor Who were all going on at the same time, and they fled and passed together. So if they did that, another a childish show, the Doctor Who family show, then a more mature show for different audiences, that would be lovely.
That is the one big thing though. I'm not worried about this because it's Russell, and Russell T Davies is like, he knows what he's doing with Doctor Who. Like, he's probably the most sort of financially successful Doctor Who showrunner, and in terms of public interest, he's kept the show's interest like massive when he was the showrunner, and he's handled spin-offs before. Because I mean, is there any spin-offs you guys would like to see? I mean, you don't really watch Doctor Who.
I would love to see Luke again. I just really have died. Luke Smith, he is back. And then there's the Doctor's daughter, Jenny. I want to see her.
Because I mean, obviously that's Georgia Tennant, who's David Tennant's wife.
It was
so you could draw her in.
If they made a spin of her when her episode came out, that would make sense. But now such long later, I think she can only be in other people's shows. But if she appeared again, that would be lovely.
And I mean, they might even do. Obviously, there's going to be new characters in this new era. There's characters we haven't even met yet that will probably get spin-offs, which could be quite good. Now, we could Ace, and possibly Tegan spin-offs. That could be quite cool. Yeah. But I'm going to read you through the article quickly, so read along on screen if you're cool. So this is from TV Zone. Doctor Who budget to triple under Disney Plus deal. As revealed last month, the BBC and Disney branded television have come together to transform Doctor Who into a global franchise for UK audience and the rest of the world.
I have to read out loud, okay. Forecast reports that Doctor Who's existing budget of 1 to 3 million per episode could triple with an episodic budget of £10 million.
That is genuinely kind of insane. 10 million.
This would transform Doctor Who into £100 billion franchise.
That is...
If I'm saying that number
we can't do maths with TV students.
There's 9 zeros.
Yeah, 9 zeros, which is genuinely kind of mad.
A source told Broadcast that it is incredibly exciting time for the franchise, with Russell T Davies expected to expand the universe with spin-off series similar to Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures.
That is what we were saying earlier, brief discussion here. Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures. I mean, obviously, Torchwood, I don't know whether you can bring it back in the sense of John Barrowman is a bit iffy
I think it's
now.
Be completely new shows.
Yeah.
You'd have like an adult one, more
adult one, kid one. I mean, they did do a show called Class. I don't know.
Oh, I actually like that. The first season I loved.
I enjoyed it when it came out, but every time I've gone to rewatch it, it's been not the best.
They tried, but
yeah.
Russell, that one wasn't under Russell.
I do think the model of keeping a main Doctor Who for everyone, then an adult Doctor Who like Torchwood but something new, then a kids one, and then a teenage one like Class. I think that's a nice system.
You shouldn't have too many, even if you can do a spin-off for a character, doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people were talking about a Clara and Me spin-off.
Yeah.
But that would have been just Doctor Who with two different characters.
Exactly, because Clara's arc by the end of Series 9 is just basically she's become the Doctor.
The perk of Doctor Who is that with Sarah Jane and Torchwood, they're not time travelling, they're not going to different worlds.
Yeah.
It's self-contained. But with the Clara and Me, it would be time travelling, going to different worlds, being the Doctor.
Yeah, and it's easier to do on a low budget as well, which is always good. Right, a source told the publication, the BBC had to make the decision for the future success of Doctor Who, because any show of scale needs a partner. Reliability is the most important factor, irrespective of how many episodes you make or who the Doctor is. I agree with that. They do need this budget. I mean, I suggested this ages ago in what I'd do if I was showing on a video, but I do think big shows like this now, to survive in this current TV landscape, they do need some form of backing.
I think it helps that Ncuti Gatwa's on it as well, because of his success with Sex Education, that's going to draw a lot of American audiences.
And what's happening with the BBC right now, because of the government, they need someone, they need a backing from a bigger source.
Also, quick interlude here. If you've got the ability to vote, get rid of the Tories at the next available opportunity. They are horrible people. Get rid of the Tories, vote someone else in. Anyway, Doctor Who, am I right?
That lettuce was lovely.
Yeah, the lettuce that lasted longer than our own Prime Minister, which is fantastic. But yeah, right, we'll carry on reading the next paragraph.
Okay, if you can bring a single partner with one distribution agreement while retaining exclusivity in the UK, that's the best of both worlds for the BBC.
Yeah, I do think this is, like, at the end of the day, it's good for Doctor Who, and I think it's gonna make it global again. Having Ncuti Gatwa, as you mentioned earlier, really appeals to like our generation as well, and I also think he appeals to us because we know him, but he's also new and fresh for a lot of people who don't know him. It's gonna be great. Doctor Who's back, innit, fam?
As I love that David Tennant's come back and all, but it's still like Ncuti Gatwa doing all the press interviews. David Tennant and Catherine have not appeared once, apart from when they've just been asked naturally. Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, and I do think as well, having David and Catherine back for a little bit is brilliant. And also, we could even get a Donna Noble spin-off, something like that, with her family. I don't know if she would, but I would go for it. Yeah, I mean, you can have Rose. Yasmin Finney. I don't know if she'll become a companion as such, but I think she should still stay in it. Like, having a child of a former companion as your new companion is just amazing, and I would love it.
It's a new and fresh idea, I think.
Does that mean Rose, Yasmin Finney's character's part Time Lord? Because
Donna doesn't have the Time Lord stuff in her head anymore.
But I thought she just forgot the Doctor.
Yeah, if it wakes her up again.
Because when she woke up, Time Lord energy flew out of her.
That could be a really cool twist.
Yeah, so she'd be like, a little bit Time Lord.
But yeah, that does bring us to the end of today's video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned because Echo's return is on its way. Woo! Woo! But yeah, turn on the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Let us know your comments in the comments and such.
Comments in the comments.